Hey guys, what's up? All right, it's Double Deuce back. Today, I'm going to show you how I start my brushed motors with the Toyan engines. So, stay tuned. And if you look around the background here, we got some other projects going on too, and those will be upcoming videos. So, let's go. Okay, so here's what we're working on. Now, they say, I get a lot of questions on how do you start your, your 4-stroke, 2-strokes engines from the radio. Now, I'm going to show you how to do the brush setup. I've got kind of one setup here for this, and it's a very simple thing. If you have a brushed ESC, I like to use the ones that can you do a 3-cell, because by the time there's a lot of strain on this, and this is how I set them up. When you're putting things together there, you experiment over time with different stuff, and everybody notices, like some of my other builds, I use the Traxxas easy start push button. It's easier for me just to throw that on there to get the build running for a video. Down the road, I can upgrade stuff once I figure out room. That's why I like these new batteries, because these are a 3-cell, super small. They fit in, they're lightweight, and you can run your ESC, your receiver, your starter, your igniters, all off one small little battery. Now here, this is only a 7.4 volt ESC, so I can't use the super lightweight ones on it. So here's what you do. Okay, I'm going to use my Surpass radio, and this is channel 4 up here. This is channel 3. It's a push button. For some reason, the channel 3 will not work with an ESC. You can use the servo on it and move servo, but it will not do that. This here, I like to use these because the HD P407s and the Tamayas, this is a 3-position switch. You can, for the 3-speed gearboxes, you can use these to shift them too. But right now I'm going to set it up on this one here to start. Use this as a, say this is a brush starter motor on your Nitro engine. So we're set it up on channel 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, the ground is always on the outside, like so. Now energize the radio. Make sure it's in neutral. There we go. And we'll turn on the ESC and power it up. Now, the rest of the plugs here are going to be 1 to turn, 2 to burn, and I do have my channel 3 if I want to put on a snowplow or whatever. Now, to use it, you just snap the switch forward, and you've energized your starter motor. It's that simple. So they say, how do I energize the glow plugs? Well, you can buy the depends on how many glow plugs you're energizing. This is the 4-in-1 glow plug from igniter from Sterling Kit. What you do is you take the hot and the ground, and you hook it up to your hot and ground coming off your ESC on your motor side. That way, when you're energizing your motor with this, it energizes the igniters at the same time. Now, these are a little big, and as you can see, this is a V8, so I would need 2 of these actually. So what I've done is I got online. I will put a link in down below for these. There's 5 of these here. That's how small these things are. They're super small, and one of my other subscribers there, he had turned everybody onto these. These are really cool. You can buy these on eBay, and like I said, I put the link in below. Now, if you look at these here, they're very simple to use. They come in. There's a in and an out, or an in for your hot, your power, and your negative, and then there's out for your power and your negative. So This here, your power here would go out to your glow plug, and this one here would go to your cylinder block as a ground. Now these are preset at 1.25 volts. Now they say to use 1.5 volts, 1.5 volts for your glow plug. I have ran these just out of the box like this with no problem. But if you want to have the true 1.5 volts, drip a little solder across here and that'll be 1.5. You can see they go from 1.5 up to, I believe, 5 volts. And all you have to do is just bridge one of these. You don't have to bridge all of them, just one. You want 5 volts, you bridge that one. You want 1.8, you bridge that one. And this one here is 1.5. But these are super small. You can tap these right off of your motor wires on your brush motor. You have your negative and your power. You can tap them right into this, like so. Let's see, it'd be the other way around, but like that. You tap them in here, and this goes to your glow plug, and this one goes to your block. That's simple. So when you energize your starter motor, you're energizing your glow plugs. Now that's very simple. Now we're going to go and move to the brush setup, or brushless setup that I have here. Now brushless setup can be a little bit more complicated. I wasn't going to do one on this because Sterling Kit now sells a ESC starter, you know, for the starter, and off that is 2 for your, you know, your Toyan L200 twin cylinders, and I believe it's like around $40. Don't hold me to that, but it's pretty, you know, it's pretty lightweight and everything, and it's like I have one on my Toyan Sand Cruiser that came with it, and it's like those things are pretty good. 2, 3, 4. So we'll set this up to channel 4. Now, if you want, you can tap off your radio with a splitter to a small micro servo and a push button switch. And the push button switch you can have run into these if you want, and to your glow plugs. And you have one of these per glow plug. So right here, you know, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I'm running a V8, I will have 8 of these. And if, you know, that's why I like running a 3-cell battery for that stuff, because it handles the, you know, the juice that it takes to run the brushless motor, and it also will like use for your igniters. So without further ado, let's fire this up, and I'll show you how to use, how this works with this. So now again, I use that on the same number 4. So if you see the starter motor there, there you go. Now, the thing is, you can go backwards too, you know. But if you have a programmable program card with your ESC, you'll be able to eliminate your reverse, so you won't have to worry about that. You can just go forward on the thing like so, and it'll start it. And with your igniters tapped off with a switch from the servo, it'll push the button and it'll ignite the servo, or the igniters for you, so you can start your Nitro engine up. Now this could be used on not only these, but this could be used on the Traxxas setups that have the easy start. You could just rig all this stuff in there, because anybody knows that anybody's got a Nitro car or truck does not have a ESC in it. They only have a receiver, and off your receiver you plug in your, you know, your battery voltage you need, and your you know, 1 to turn, 2 to burn, and basically there's not many other things out of the channels used on a Nitro car. So if you want, you can see you can set this right up to the Traxxas easy start system instead of using the push button. So hope that sheds any light on anything. Any questions, comments, feel free to hit me up. And you see there's other projects in the making here. There's a 70 Chevelle from Kyosho. I had to buy this. I was actually looking for other things online. I got sidetracked. And being this thing is so super scale, I'm not a big fan of Lexan bodies, but I'm going to do a video on this one here coming up, and because I'm going to convert that to brushless down the road. But for now, this is what we're working on today. We've had crappy weather out here in New England, and I don't know, I'm kind of getting bored with it. So we got rain, we got snow, we got, you know, we've had it all. We had winds the other day, like 60, 65 plus mile an hour winds and everything else. So it's not a good time to get out and run, but it's a good time to get in here and play. So I thought I'd do a video on this stuff to show you guys, you know, what's capable, and, you know, if you're sitting around bored. Real quick, this is another igniter setup. It actually has a digital readout on the voltage, and you have, I believe it's up to, right there, now I'm pretty sure, you can do 12 volts with this really easy. I'm pretty sure it's 15 volts is the max on these, but I'd have to go back and read it again. And these here, you dial it in to what you want instead of bridging across the solder. And when you dial it in, it comes out. You have a push button that shows you how much is coming in, and you push the button that shows you how much is coming out this side. So I got mine set to like 1.4, 1.5. The problem is for these are a lot bigger, and these adjustment screws, if you don't put any hot glue on these things or something to hold them in place, they do move if you get bumped around. Next thing you know, you don't have enough voltage to energize your glow plug, or you got too much and you're burning them out. So anyways, guys, you guys have a good one. Like I say, I'll put the links down below for the batteries. I love these things because they're super small, man. They fit in everywhere. And I'll put the links in for this, and if you want, let me know, and I will try to find a link for these again. Because usually when I buy these, I'll buy them 50 at a time, and then I forget about it, and, you know, and I leave them in a box. That way I have them for my future projects. So you guys take care, man. Stay safe, and I'll catch you later. Adios.